Here we go once again, my friends. Welcome back, one and all. We are kicking off yet another episode of Hardcore Vanilla Minecraft. We're playing in the Toehold on Eternity World, and I hope you make yourself comfortable. Get on ready for another, hopefully productive little play session here. So, in the last episode, we caught ourselves just in the nick of time heading downstairs, so we actually stopped right as we were heading downward. Night is falling, and we are looking to keep our crops producing or moving forward to full harvest, full ripeness, readiness. I don't know. We want to harvest them. We want them to be ready when we do. Um, to that end, we're now in our basement and moving out underneath the fields to get a little exposure. And we may, I don't know. Yeah, here's actually the river. I was wondering, maybe we'll catch the river. So these are our plains. And out beyond the fields, we've got that river that goes along, and then we should come to forest here pretty quickly. And there's the forest. So this actually takes us a little beyond where we need to go, but hey, we're not opposed to a little bit of exploration, as it would seem we have moved out beyond our abandoned mine shaft, at least right in this little stretch of cave. Sadly, no goodies. But coal's a goodie. There was some redstone earlier too, so we'll grab all that. It's quite musical there. Rhythm of redstone dings. Da 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 da. A little bit of gold as a reward for our efforts. Spot a light. Managed to hit everything there. I'll go ahead and take that deep slate. I'll get a couple of those. Now, at some point, we may want to extend out into the great unknown, but I think for now, we're actually going to do a little looping back this way. And I think we still had a ways to go to get to the southern edge of our field. So we should be at kind of the back of our fields. And I think maybe we'll go just up to this edge and then take a few torches back down. And we're just kind of hoping for diamonds, really. But any of this stuff is good, since, as you can see, we keep popping XP. And that'll get us the enchanting. Alright, let's switch you. I guess. I hate to shuffle everything, but. Ooh. It's unnecessary. Okay, that was I remember that particular stairway down to the gravel above it. Copper. How many of these have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's right. Okay, moment of truth time. Well, in a few moments. Big question is, do we line back up with our torches? Did we keep everything in the right spacing on both sides? It doesn't look particularly good for our spacing. Uh-oh. Oh well. Um, kind of full. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed we didn't get any diamonds out of all that. Just a little run-of-the-mill cleanup here. I don't know exactly what our... that was just where the coal was. what, if any, purpose we really achieve here, but I'm considering that we maybe, work on carving out a space. I think what I want to do here is note this is 164.2312, and it was at 2309 or something like that, so this could be pretty good. And 92. So 2312 and 92 to 16 and 90 to 160. 2312. Run on over there before I forget the numbers. Every time. I'm trying to look too early, I guess. Okay, back up again. 2312. And so that's where it begins. Going up to like 135-ish. So we started too far under the river, but the effect was the same. And you can see the wheat is showing a lot more growth here. We're very close to that acceptable level of, all right, yeah, we're not going to wait for every last straggler, but we're still doing well here. Carrots and potatoes seem to also be coming along nicely. So yeah, that's pretty good. Let's do... Ooh, I don't think we have enough room. Yeah, should have dumped the inventory. Well, that's the cost of checking the distance we have to go. Let's start here. Alright, it's dirt. Did we not get it? I guess we didn't have to do any gravel there. Did get a lot more cobble. Not enough to really warrant working on the stairs more. There will be time for that. For now, just swap these. Might as well top them off here. Alright. Reload a stack there. Don't need to make more torches. Oops. That is another good deal. Oh man. Good thing I caught that. Not quite up to full loads yet, but saves our inventory a little bit and gets us into the not having to tend to the furnaces all the time mode. Okay. Let's sleep if we can. Oh. Actually, while I'm here, those first. We still have plenty of room. Oh, oh. Wow. Can't make it up the ceiling hole. Not quite there yet. Once we get to efficiency 5, we can pretty much just run the rows. And just for anybody who's panicking after that last little crafting trip, don't worry, we're not planning on using all those. I'm just gonna dump them all over at the sugarcane farm, so that we've got them there and can fish there when needed. Alright, do we see any loose ones? Don't. Alright, shove off from here. I think we'll just hang on to the crop bit for the night. It's not going to take up that many spots once we dump all those fishing rods. We'll have plenty of room to fish. Then we'll swing by in the morning, see the villagers, get the emeralds reloaded, and then come back. And at that point, hopefully fields are pretty well good to go. So I'll do all but one of those. Swap that out. Go out to the old perch. And we'll do a night of this. See what all we get. Come on. This is why they were trying to sell me all those lure and luck at the sea books. They knew. If we don't watch the sugarcane, maybe it'll grow more quickly. Although it may be tougher to see the bubbles. I don't know. We got it. Oh, last little bits of light fading away. Yeah, we should have another just brilliant sunset tonight. Although, usually here we get treated because usually there's some little cloudy bits that, catch the sun as it's going behind the mountains. And having grown up in the Midwest and moved to Colorado, here where the mountains on our west, our sunsets they're crazy beautiful when they hit the mountains the right way. And like if the clouds reflect the sun back down into the mountains, it can be just jaw-droppingly, achingly beautiful stuff. But compared to the Midwest, you never get the low sun angle in the evening that you do where the ground is pretty flat, right? You look out over a field or you're driving on highways and the land is just spread out around you. And that sun just seems to sink forever like this. And so those can, really be prolonged and you get that deep, deep orange color. We get that. We're just sitting in shadow for all of it. So it really doesn't get us as profoundly. Now, sunrises, on the other hand, are just amazing. As I've said a few times, you can cheat that out the other way. One of my favorite places as well is to go up on Trail Ridge Road of YMCA of the Rockies, or YMCA of the Rockies, Rocky Mountain National Park. YMCA of the Rockies is right on the border of it in Estes Park. Anyway, if you drive all the way up to Trail Ridge Road, and are up there for sunrise, you're ultimately looking out east, and yeah, it doesn't go on forever, but on a curved world, when you go up a few thousand feet over the surrounding area, you can see a lot further out. So you see that sunrise coming, and you're up on the heights catching those first rays of sun well before the people down at your feet, below your feet, are going to see any kind of sunrise. So pretty cool. Excuse me. In case I haven't mentioned it, there is a ton of smoky particles in the air. I think that's what's been getting me here so much recently with allergies. Typically, I'm not a very allergic person. Tend to be outside a lot, so like the natural stuff, what sometimes will get me, I generally, just kind of bombard myself with to the point where it the body just kind of deals with it. It as someone who has a cat allergy and has at times had whatever you call the little pocket inhalers that people with asthma carry. I thought for a long time I had asthma, and I lived with it because I had a roommate who had a cat, and my breathing would just get wheezy, and yeah, turns out just allergy. So I know how it goes, and when I say this, it's not not to be taken lightly, but your body does adapt to a degree to allergens with constant exposure. Now, I'm not saying if you're allergic to tree nuts or something like that, go eat a peanut butter sandwich to win, but it does. You think back in the day, farm kids and stuff like that, hay fever. You got over it. You had to deal with it because you were just surrounded by that. There wasn't anything you could do. It was just kind of life, and so while it'll never go away, I'd lived with a roommate with cats for years, and it didn't just magically get better or anything like that, but it also lessens a bit. The more you're exposed to it, you're not going to be, I much more recently visited some friends in Washington D.C. and they had cats. I didn't even think about it. After not living with a cat for a long time, I didn't have the issue, so I didn't bring anything, didn't have an inhaler, any real allergy medicine or anything like that, and we're just sleeping at their house. Me and a couple buddies, we were out there for a football game, and got the chance to hang out and visit while we were there. Um, so we're kind of laid out in one of those inflatable bed type deals, or I was in the living room, and all of a sudden I'm just wheezing and can't even get full breaths. And of course, I'm a guest at somebody's house. I don't want to be, rude. And of course, this doesn't happen as you're going to bed. You wake up in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden it's like I can't breathe. I kind of did the like quietly go up to the bathroom, and I kind of looked and didn't see anything obvious, allergy medicine or anything like that. So I literally spent the rest of the night out on their front porch. Um, just it was middle of summer, or late summer, or whatever. So it was very pleasant, but it wasn't very restful for me. Certainly because I just that anybody who has asthma or knows has gotten into that kind of wheezing situation where you can't get a full breath. Um, it's pretty miserable, and it it's tough. So twice in my adult life traveling, I've had situations like that where something has gotten me, and it really doesn't relent. Now, on that one, it was fortunate, when everybody got up, oh man, that's terrible. You've been having that. And we, on our way out early that morning, we just popped off at a local, like, I don't know what it was, Walgreens or something like that. Got, I don't know, one of those non-pharmaceutical inhaler things and some allergy medicine. I was fine, like 20 minutes after that, no problem at all good. But yeah, so I don't take it lightly when people do have allergies, but I do know, if it's just like the wildfire smoke and some of that kind of stuff, the beginning of the fire season, it's much more noticeable. As you go by, it gets a little bit less. And I think the same can be true for plant uh, pollen and that kind of stuff too. That the more you're out in it, the more your body will kind of go, okay, yeah, that's a thing. So I'm just gonna deal with it. Anyway, that crossed our night. As I'm saying that, I've been like dabbing at my nose with a tissue here, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and mute you guys for just a second, get it cleared out here. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, that was like a goose honking. Whew. All right. Hopefully now we're free to breathe, free from a dribbly nose. Almost done here. Okay, that's good enough. Got a couple up in the 3 level of sugarcane. Again, that's just something to do every once in a while. You know what? Let's put these. No, because that's going to be for the sugarcane. So let's dump random fishy loots here, so we don't have to constantly carry them around. Then when we have like full stacks of raw fish or whatever, we can ferry them on back to base. All right, so we go to the villagers. We trade out the pumpkins and melons. Um, Depending on what that does for our quantity, I think we're at like 50s right now. Um, we can maybe try those next couple villagers and just see what we get. or we just head back and work the farms. Hey guys, you miss me? I'm back. Grab these. You're not a farmer. You may become one, though. Oh. I don't think there's many left that need to be leveled up. Oh, we're good. 35 more emeralds. Okay, well that does give us a oh, we need to make more. I think we can do that here. More lecterns. We need slab. That should do it, right? No, we need planks to make the bookcase. So one bookcase. Oop. There. And it goes here. There's our lectern. Those two go away. Pumpkins can go away. All right. Now we way easy. Okay. Reset ourselves here. So I want the 3 because obviously I want to be able to pick up and reset, and if they happen to grab one, you need to have the extra. So, all right, you ready? We got one enchant that will set us up and make this all done. And if one of the other, you know it, don't you? Don't you, Mr. Guy? Yep, that was the one. I just need it at a higher level. I know that was an incredible price you were offering me. But we're not going to be stacking. Nope. Oh. Not what I wanted to do. Any day now. Okay, this is not our most productive. Let's do better. Knock back. Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, well, let's do this because if we don't get them, the the tedium of this could get pretty old. So rather than just going back and getting crops and then having nothing other than to do these, if we 36. I think for the same reason I said at the very beginning, I'm not gonna do that. I can't even remember what the initial price was. That was 36. It's good. We need it, but just a sharpness 4 book will have the same effect. Multi-shot. Get. Frostwalker. You started off so strong, dude. I still have confidence in you. Knockback. Hmm. Ugh. Ugh. Oof. Yeah, but that one I actually do need. Let's do it and be done with it. Not at all what I wanted, and that probably means we're going to have to expand the whole... Oh, oh, come on. Let me go back up. Oh, get out. Go on. Listen, dude. That's where your bookcase is going to go. Get out of that spot. All right, go to that spot then. All right. Now it's all crooked. How do you feel now, huh? Yeah. Buddy, we are down to our last hope. I know. It's a lot of pressure. I understand how you could be a bit intimidated. But come on, come on, come on. Hadn't seen quick charge in a while. It's something. You know, take your time. What do we gotta do? Ugh. Well, whatever the case may be, he's giving us a lot of looks here. Ugh. Okay, now that's dangerous. I want to hit you with my axe. Last thing we need on this day is to anger our golem. Still don't know how I feel about that, really. The smite is great, and like any 5, especially with a sword, getting that all in one book is really, really helpful. Um, because we can lay it over the top of a sword and have it done. And again, for our Wither Skelly farm, for the Wither itself, if we have zombies or skellies in a spawner or something like that, all those can help us out quite a bit. Just lots of chopping. And once we have mending on, we can kind of do that with impunity, not have to worry too much. Alright. Sleep if we can. Okay, now back once again to not carrying that, because we don't want extra stuff. We'll have to make 2 runs, I suspect. At least with the boat, and I'd like to get all that done. Let's put smite with impaling, both stuff we don't have yet. Alright, on our marks, get set. Go. Lower efficiency, but this should help us out. And then I guess we'll just have to go start on our next round of librarians in and amongst trying to get that last one to give us the book we need. Not too many little gaps. Definitely less complete than the last time we harvested everything, so we'll get a little lower yield, but Fred would be so proud of us. Leave all those. And carrots. getting a little bit of a gap over here. Oh, maybe it wasn't too bad. Just a sprinkling of not quite fully grown. Let me just check. 45, so plenty of time to turn the rest of these. Should get us through the rest of this. Someday we'll have a fortune hoe. We'll get so many more. Carrots. Try to give those pumpkins and melons every opportunity to sprout more. Before we finish up, we'll do those last. There's that soothing piano. So it's just the torch. I thought somebody was moving around up on that hill across the river. You know, we haven't seen in a while is a little wandering trader. We saw some pillagers out through the window one day. But I wonder if the more interactions you have with regular villagers, the less often he comes around, or if that has any bearing whatsoever. It's purely random. But I could see the game doing that, man. Like, you've been doing a lot of trading. I think we can back off now. Should I take that back? In Slow Cooker, we used to see him all the time between our fields and the kind of fortification we were building. So. Alright, seeds. Now, oh, I do have more wheat. Oh, that's good. Let's take 3. I will try to remember to... Go on, stars. Ooh, coffee. Here's our real cash crops. So I think what we have pretty much all we need for our expansion, right? We may need to get more wool, but beyond that, I think we should be pretty decent. So hopefully we can make the boat trip back over, maybe even sell everything before, one of the boat trips, I guess. Okay, I don't think we have any of these stored, but it's worth checking. Just slices. Seems perfect. Let's say, hey, I talked about you, and now you're here. Anything we need? Pickle, glowstone, nah, we're good. Thanks for visiting. It was good to see you. I'll be back in a bit. Oh, I really don't know if we have time to make this boat trip or not. It could already be late. That book sound. Alright, guys. Gotta do this quick. What do you want? Carrots. Oh. What do you want? Beets. Beets. melons. You want carrots, good. I guess, good job. I can't get out. Get out. Good there. Let's bring this back. Those can all get merged. 56, we can still make it back. Alright, so now we can go grab the potatoes. We'll stop there. So then we can come back and try to lock that last librarian into something. And for the next episode, we'll obviously be hanging out there. If he doesn't give us Unbreaking 3 at an acceptable rate, then we'll use the knights to start expanding and eventually set up more librarians, because that is our next deal. But as you can see, just through the trading, we're up to level 43 now. We're making good progress there. I just want to drop off these fish. All right, let's park it here. Remember that we got to do potatoes in the next episode. I haven't taken a screenshot all day, so doggy. All right, that'll do us. You guys rock. I appreciate you so much hanging out. Really hope you're enjoying. Likes and comments always let me know that, and we hopefully will be knocking this out here in the next episode or so. So come on back for more. We'll let you know how it goes. Till then, take care. Oh, I didn't even get the thank you slide up. There you guys go. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.